were there any second thoughts about moving with kids? I think the answer to that is absolutely. When you're moving with kids, it's nothing like when you're moving just two adults, making the decision, picking up and leaving. You obviously have a lot of things to consider. So one of the things for us, obviously, one of the first thoughts, because one of our kids is school age, is education and what that would mean if we were to move. So Chris, what would you say, like in terms of education, what were some things you were thinking?
I think for me, the big thing was if we go to another country and we put our kids in school, like how do I ensure that it's the school that's going to allow them to thrive? Because, a lot of thriving comes from confidence, and confidence comes from knowing where you are. And so, I just wanted to make that good choice and make that perfect choice, which ultimately we don't know. We can only just use our best judgment. But yeah, that's probably one of those things that came through my head regarding the education.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I would say another thing that I thought about that was obviously really important to me was the adaptability of our kids, like whether they were going to be able to adapt. Obviously, we haven't moved yet. We're still currently in the US at the time of this video. But I feel like adaptability is something that comes into play regardless of whether you're moving across the globe or moving down the street. Like even our son going from pre-K into kindergarten, there was some level of adapting he had to do. And so for me, really, that was just an opportunity for us to think about what are some things that we can do to help him adapt. So we've been trying to speak more Spanish at home. We're trying to kind of get him ready by talking through like what this move is going to look like. Right. And so for me, those were some of the ways that we've kind of worked through the adaptability issue that initially was an issue, but ultimately became an opportunity for us.
I would probably say that whole quote unquote roots and building roots and making sure you don't take your kids out of the ground and ripping their roots too early. Like that came to mind. A lot of that came from people that have really either A, never experienced it, or B, just, had a rough time during their transition. And I think for us, we came to find that, just based on a lot of the general knowledge on psychology of kids and what's out there and what's available, we found that, up until age 10, really the roots are you, our mom and dad. We are the roots. And a lot of us outsource this part of their life and prevents us from building stronger roots with them. But we're really trying to redefine those roots and focus on making sure that they grow strong. And we think that there's no better way of doing that than to go away to somewhere that we don't know anything or anyone. And the only people we can really rely on and count on and go forward with is your family.
It's hitting on the broader topic, which is hitting a lot of, at least our generation, millennials specifically, is just, can anyone really become your family? Like if you move somewhere else, can you make friends that become family? And I think that all goes back to that quote unquote roots thing, where ultimately, yeah, we do have a lot of family here. We have a lot of, our son has a lot of cousins here. We've got the grandparents, but I think allowing our kids to, again, adapt to a new environment and meeting new people, they can create relationships that feel just as much rooted as it would feel here locally.
Thanks for watching Bustos Go Abroad. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to hear more about our travel adventures.